From Strobel Field at Cedar Point Stadium in Sandusky, it is round 3 of the Ohio High School Athletic Association state playoffs, and tonight it's the Division I Region II final between the 11-1 Wadsworth Grizzlies and the undefeated number 1 seed and second-ranked team in the state, the Whittmer Panthers. Hi again, everybody. I'm John Bernard, joined by Roger Wright once again, and beautiful evening again for football, Roger. Step beyond this game to eventual state champions St. Ed's, and the Grizzlies, this is their third time making it this far in the playoffs, and they are 0-2 in the previous 2 games, and you see how Region 2 has shaken out here with the number 7 seed Wadsworth and number 1 seed Whittmer Panthers.
The strong running of Jack Snowball behind that strong offensive line, and tonight that is going to be the key. If they're able to move the ball and keep the ball out of the hands of the offensive stars for Whittmer, they'll be right there with a chance to win this thing.
For Wadsworth, John Kuss is back. He's going to let Matt Allett continue to run things offensively at quarterback, and Coach Dennison has placed Kuss in there at wideout and safety, so an added bonus for the Grizzlies tonight, having a great athlete and senior John Kuss back in action.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, just happy for John. He's a great young man, and boy, you always hate.
It be first team, second team, or honorable mention. Whittmer had 15 players on that list. Wadsworth 9, so some great football players out on the field, and Jack Snowball. It was nice to see him named Division I Offensive Player of the Year in the Northeast District. A poocher that goes out of bounds will bring a flag and give Whittmer some great field position here to start things. So another player and skyscraper to keep a lookout on is Nigel Hayes, wide receiver, 6'7", 215. He's a national basketball recruit and the star basketball player for Whittmer, so he'll cause some matchup problems for Wadsworth just because he's so tall.
Yeah, and then formation-wise, they like to go from the spread. They like to run the inside and outside zone and the stretch plays. They run some jet sweep, counters, and quarterback keeps, so this offense really can do it all. They can run at you, they can throw at you.
Their quarterback is Tyler Palka, the son of the head coach. And Whittmer trying to get the ball out, and they get a couple on that as the running back there, Jody Webb, the 5'9", 170-pound senior, carries it.
Yeah, nice job there by Nick Seamy. Nick didn't make the tackle on that, but he really set the edge of the defense right there, and he forced Jody Webb to hesitate a little bit. Grizzlies got over to make a tackle for a short gain of about 2.
Joe Palka in his 6th year as head coach. His son again is Tyler, the quarterback, takes the shotgun snap, hands it to Webb, and there he is, Bret Boffman, the Grizzlies' leading tackler. Makes a great one in the backfield.
Boy, great job by Bret Boffman, as he's done all year. Boy, he has just been really the center of that defense, and that Grizzly defense, and that rock. And he just did a nice job right there of rocking Jody Webb, attacking downhill with his shoulder pads, going chest to chest, and putting him down with some good intensity.
It's 3rd and 7. Palka fakes, rolling it out to throw, makes a completion, and then it's dropped. It was number 6, Alonzo Texas Lucas, another speedster on this Whittmer Panthers team.
Lucas unable to catch that one, but I thought Palco might be going to Jody Webb right there on that one, who was open as well. But Grizzlies are going to get the ball here.
Lucas runs a legit 4.4, Roger, so you know he's a quick one. Punt hits at the 28-yard line. Grizzlies will let it roll, and it takes a Whittmer roll to the 16-yard line, and the nose hits the 15-yard line, so the Grizzlies with a lot of green in front of them.
All right, well, our key to the game is that Grizzly offensive line, John. We're going to get our first look at them versus that big physical and athletic defensive line of the Whittmer Panthers. So, again, they go from a 3-4 defense, 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers behind them, and they're very athletic in the secondary as well. So we'll see what the Grizzly offensive line can do here.
Got some great linebackers, too, so It's been defense for Whittmer this season. Snowball just bottled up the middle and goes nowhere. Jack coming in over 2,500 yards, averaging 8 yards per carry and 31 rushing touchdowns on the season.
Yeah, it's again, it's going to be tough going as you look at the replay there. Is just, you know, we mentioned that Marquise Moore in the middle, an anchor, 6 foot, 290-pound nose guard that can move. So I imagine the Grizzlies are going to try to do a lot of double teaming and see if they can create some room inside at times.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Toss to Snowball to the right. He's got a couple blocks, tries to cut it back in and gets it to the 16, about a yard.
And that time they ran the sweep to the side that Chris Wormley was on, and he did a nice job there of setting the edge to the Panther defense and just slowing that outside run down. And again, they've got great team speed. You could see the blue jerseys flying to the football here. So 3rd down 9, and again, these are the situations the Grizzlies would care to stay out of if they could. Let's see if they can come up with a play here on 3rd and 9. See where Nick Seamy is. He's off to the right.
Whittmer showing a blitz. And it's a pass over the middle, caught by Seamy at the 30, and down to the 36-yard line, a 1st down on a great play.
Yeah, nice job there by Matt Alec. And again, with pressure coming on him, Nick Seamy finds a hole right in the middle of that Whittmer defense. But boy, look at Matt. He just sets up, he stands tall, delivers a strike, and then Nick does a nice job breaking a tackle. Boy, we've seen him do it all year. He's big, he's got soft hands, and he can run after catch.
So watch Wormley, he's number 47, 11 sacks on the season, 1st and 10 Grizzlies from the 36. Quick one to Boffman, and he's pushed back at the 40, but he got about 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, on the previous play, John, we saw Nick Seamy make a nice pass. Boy, Nick got a nice block on Wormley right there, and sometimes when you have those defensive stars like that, you know, you tend to think we'll run away from them, but sometimes it's best to run right at him. And big Nick Seamy came down hard, forced Wormley inside, and it created that seam there for Boffman.
The Grizzlies are going to have to pass tonight. This Whittmer defense allowing just 2.5 yards per carry on the season for their opponents.
Boy, they are loading the box up too. Their safety's right up with the linebackers, and they're playing man coverage.
But Snowball gets through the initial line, and then he is tackled by number 77, Jonathan Mays, a 5'9", 255-pound junior defensive lineman.
Yeah, and safety Mark Myers also was in there. And again, it looks like they're just going to, you know, do what other teams have tried to do all year, and that's just load the box and make the Grizzlies try to pass. But Mark Myers right there, John, was about 5 yards deep. He was even with the linebackers, and there's nothing behind him.
Number 17, Mark Myers, the safety, was offered a full ride to Michigan State. He's a ball hawk and plays with intensity, also a state placer in the 110 hurdles last year. Another athlete. 3rd and 3 for the Grizzlies. Snowball's hit in the backfield, and that's what they do. Tackles for loss, as Whittmer was all over that one, and the Grizzlies will have to punt.
Yeah, they got big Nigel Hayes in there as well, number 2. One of the things on the Grizzlies scouting report, Whittmer does like to blitz, and it looked like they came with a blitz right there from the outside. Yeah. They blitzed right into that run. So.
All kinds of sacks, all kinds of tackles for loss for Whittmer this season. And Chester Foth back to punt it away, averaging 36 yards per punt from the 25-yard line. The return man will stand, and it bounces in Wadsworth's favor to the 25.
All right, well, the Grizzly defense did a great job on their first chance on the field here. Now they're going to have to hang in there now. This, you know, this offense has so many weapons and so many explosive players here. They're just going to have to keep being physical and playing gap control and be, you know, mindful of their areas and play hard.
Yeah, Whittmer has scored 540 points this season, good for 45 a game. Webb fakes the handoff, and an ankle tackle made by Nick Tavanello as the quarterback Palka tried to scoot up the middle there.
Yeah, they faked a jet sweep, and I'm sure we're going to see that jet sweep tonight. At that time, just faking it. Now they're going with a little hurry up here. They're all looking over, getting the play from the coaches. It looks like the other tailback, Leroy Alexander's checking in.
He comes in with over 500 yards rushing on the season. Alexander might be one of the fastest players on this team. A transfer from Springfield, and there he goes. Jody Webb, first down for the Panthers.
Yeah, good job by John Cuss getting him down to the turf, but wow.
Jody Webb is all-state last year. He ran a 4.3540 at Bowling Green this summer.
Look at his quick feet right here. I mean, look at this. And he does a nice job. That's a good job by John Cuss coming up and getting him down in some space right there.
I do know that Leroy Alexander's a little dinged up, Roger. They limited his touches last week. He gets the carry, does Alexander, and Wadsworth can't flush him out as he turns the corner and gets close to the first down marker.
Now Alexander's a little bigger, listed at 6'1", 195 pounds, but also a running back that can move very fast. He's going to move that ball ahead right there for a nice gain.
And Alexander, one of the players embroiled in a legal battle over the OHSAA investigation that's been going on with Whittmer, but they were declared eligible this year for the playoffs. They're now looking more at past violations that could take away some wins. But 2nd and 1, it's Alexander again. He is shifty and hard to bring down, but he got the first down. They'll say he got to the 48.
Yeah, the Grizzly defense did initially a nice job there, just stuffing the line of scrimmage, but still Alexander able to wind his way through there and find just enough for a first down.
Whittmer again hurrying up. See big Storm Norton there on the left side. He is a wall.
He is a big kid. He is every bit of 6'8".
Well, the play clocks haven't started, so the players just kind of standing around. It's like the referee is telling the camera people or whatnot, you got to get back, folks.
Yeah, the referees have a timeout there.
Wadsworth is 6-6 in playoff games. Never been to the state semifinals. This is their 7th appearance in the playoffs. Whittmer is 14-12 all time in the playoffs. Reached the Final Four last year, and this their 13th season of making the playoffs. A little delay there, but nothing for Webb on that play as Boffman back in there again.
Yep, again, Bret Boffman doing another nice job. And, you know, whenever you see a linebacker making a lot of tackles, it means the guys in front of them are doing a nice job too, controlling their gaps and keeping the blockers off the linebackers. So Bret Boffman is free to run to the ball carrier and bring him down.
Grizzlies jumped, got back, but I think they'll call it. Bret Boffman 9 tackles last week in the win over Hudson, also 76 yards rushing and those 4 rushing touchdowns.
Boy, just looking out here, John, you got 6'7" Nigel Hayes matched up with, looks like
Anthony Pappas, 5'8", giving up a foot.
Yeah.
And
there it is.
Palka's looking that way, and Pappas stays with Hayes. Hayes, a basketball player.
Anthony did a nice job right there. He started off like he was going to be in like a press coverage or a bump coverage, and then right before the snap, he backed out of there. So he might have had Palko audible, thinking that he was going to be right up on him, but he wisely backed out, had good position, and that's how a shorter defensive back can.
Well, and Anthony's pretty quick, sometimes. So he can.
Oh, he's fast, and he's got good technique, and that's, you know, even though there's a big height disadvantage, Anthony does a good job and can hold his own.
Big play early here, 3rd and 5. Palka fakes, then backs up, swings one out to number 34, Jody Webb, speeds down to the 24-yard line, 23-yard line, and another Whittmer first down. There's that trickery there.
Great play. It's a little screen, little version of a screen pass, and set up quick. The timing was perfect on it. And then once he got that ball in the hands of number 34, Jody Webb, saw there was a lot of green in front of him, and boy, he's got quick feet.
Webb came into tonight with over 1,200 yards rushing, 1,248 to be exact, and 27 rushing touchdowns. They do so much offensively. That could be why he only has 1,200 yards rushing. He could probably have a boatload more as Alexander gets this one and just so slippery to the 6-yard line, and he's pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, so many weapons to go with, you know, and that's just going to divvy up the yards and the catches and everything. They've got so many choices.
Alexander going to come off the field there, you see. Hayes is to the left. See if they do the fade here. Just a little fake and then give to Webb inside the 5. He's stopped.
Like Nick Seamy. See who else? Maybe C.J. Edwards over there with him, bringing down the ball carrier. So see, we got 2nd down and 4. See if the Grizzlies can keep him out of here and force a field goal try. We're going to go 2 tight ends here, power I.
2nd and goal from the 4, and a nice ankle tackle. This one by number 25 for Wadsworth, senior Ryan Wise.
That's a great job by Ryan.
Ball at the 1.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to go in easily. All the Whittmer fans jumped up, thinking it was their first touchdown there, but Ryan Wise did a great job hanging on and bringing him down short of the goal line. So 3rd and 1, here we go. Yep. Power I, 2 tight ends.
And squeaking through the left side looked like Jody Webb. And Jody Webb gets the first points of the game for Whittmer. And Webb now with 28 rushing touchdowns on the season. They're looking to go up 7-0 here with 3:04 to go in the first quarter.
Muddle huddle here, and they put Nigel Hayes split out behind all those big linemen, but they're going to bring everybody back over, and it's like attempt a PAT here.
Michael Baldwin, the sophomore kicker. Puts it up and through with 3:04 to play in the first. It is Whittmer 7, Wadsworth nothing.
That's okay. The Grizzlies going to have to answer though. Now you're going to have to move the football and get it in the end zone here. This offense can score in a hurry and they can score in bunches. So to stay in this thing, the Grizzlies going to have to move that ball, eat some clock up, and get some points on the board.
So in the final state poll, Whittmer ranked 2nd in Division I. They were champions of the new Three Rivers Athletic Conference, finishing undefeated in first place in that league. The now defunct City League in Toledo had been turned Whittmer over to the inaugural season of that Three Rivers Athletic Conference.
All right, Grizzlies are going to send Jack Snowball deep. Winkler on one side, it looks like Chester Foth on the other side.
Drive for Whittmer, 11 plays, 75 yards, took 3:34 off the clock. This one caught at the 10 by Wadsworth, and they're stopped at the 19-yard line. Kind of high up here, that was Winkler, Nate Winkler.
All right, see what the Grizzlies can do now on their second drive. See if they move the ball a little bit in the first drive. Again, the key to them is staying out of those 3rd and long situations, and that big offensive line. Got to get some running room here for Jack.
It's a fake to Snowball and another out pass. This one to Boffman from Alec. He's tripped up by number 17, Mark Myers, the standout defensive back, but another good pass play.
Yeah, that's a good call by Coach Dennison. Now seeing what Whittmer's doing, they are again loading the box, they run, you know, the 3-4, but boy, they've got everybody up tight. And if they are going to play man coverage, this is a good play. The bootleg's a good play because many times you got a linebacker that's assigned to that fullback. And right there, Bret Boffman's running free, makes a nice catch, and a Grizzly first down.
10 on the 32. Snowball got it, lowers the head, and takes it out to the 35-yard line, or just across, a gain of a few.
John, I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Grizzlies take a shot, too, downfield with the way Whittmer's playing so aggressively up front. They're blitzing a lot. Not only do they have everybody up in the box, but they're bringing those guys on first down and run blitzes. I would not be surprised to see the Grizzlies go little play action and maybe take a shot downfield. Yeah. One-on-one man coverage.
Last week against McKinley, under heavy pass rush pressure throughout the game, the McKinley quarterback was sacked 8 times. Another one, quick out to Simi, finds a little hole, some running room, ball fumbled out of bounds, but he'll get it at the 44-yard line. Enough for another Grizzly first down.
Yep, there's a nice call, another nice call right there with the screen pass. You know, again, with them playing so aggressively up front, Grizzlies, if you catch them in a screen pass like they did right there, and they executed that very well, get another nice gain here and moving the chains.
Well, and Whittmer plays that field position game so well, too, keeping opponents in their own territory. Last week against McKinley, after this play, I'll let you know about that, tossed a snowball right side, and boy, he's really having to just lower his head and make early contact, something Jack Snowball's not used to.
Yeah, Nick Holly did a nice job right there, the corner coming up, forcing on that sweep. But you could see that, you know, they're quick, and they run to the football, and they got a lot of guys that can get there in a hurry.
Well, here's the statistic I wanted to mention against McKinley last week. The Panthers, the Bulldogs, only got beyond Whittmer's 35-yard line once in the game, and that's when they scored their touchdown in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, these guys are giving up 160 yards a game total. You know, you can tell they're just a dominating defense. Oh, you mentioned all the tackles for losses that they have, sacks that they have, a lot of big plays.
Looks like we have a timeout. Wadsworth calls the timeout. They'll have their first timeout.
I'm going to talk things over here and make sure everybody's on the same page. This is an important drive. 1 minute 4 seconds left here in the first quarter, and Coach Dennison knows this is an important drive here for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, need to keep that production on offense going, not give up multiple big plays to Whittmer, and you know they're going to have a big player too just because of their speed and talent, but if you can limit those and control your own game offensively, you could have a chance. 1:04 to play, first quarter. Here's Snowball up the middle, first down Grizzlies to the Whittmer 43.
Yeah, now the Grizzlies might have found something there. They went with the Wildcat, and when they did that, the Whittmer shifted in. It looked like a normal cover 3 zone. The safety backed out into the middle of the field, and there he is coming up right there, number 17, Mark Myers, but not before, you know, Jack has a nice gain and a first down.
And number 44 for Whittmer, Jack Lynch, the junior linebacker and their leading tackler this season, was in on the end of that play. Another great player for the Panthers. Quick one to Boffman, and shoved back shy of the 40-yard line, but he got 3.
Boy, not only is this defense fast, physical as well. There's been a lot of pads cracking right here as you watch Grizzlies fake the toss, hand it underneath to Bret Boffman, and Bret does a nice job. He takes a couple hard shots, does a nice job hanging on the football right there. So it brings up a second down and about 7.
Yeah, linebacker Jack Lynch leads the team, 112 tackles, 16 for loss coming into this one, and that'll do it for the first quarter here from Strobel Field at Cedar Point Stadium in Sandusky, Division I Region II final. And the winner of this one will next Saturday night face the winner of tonight's Menor St. Ignatius game.
Yeah, that'll be a good game tonight. Nice look at the scoreboard here at Strobel Field. Nice stadium here. Stands full here right in front of us. We got the Whittmer fans with some Grizzly fans kind of sprinkled in, but definitely the home side is full, and you saw the shot of the visitor side with all the Grizzly fans. A lot of red and white over there. Those are full as well. So boy, so important is this drive here. If the Grizzlies can keep it moving.
Yeah, get some points on the board for sure, and stay right with Whittmer. That's what you want to do throughout this whole ball game to give yourself a chance at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to match their physicality, and you just got to keep coming at them here. And looks like they're going to go Wildcat again.
They are, with Snowball back there taking the shotgun snap. Simi switches sides to the left. 2nd and 7 from the 41 of the Panthers. Snowball again up the middle. Fights for some extra yardage, and they're going to be about 3 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, now with the way they're playing, John, if the Grizzlies can get to the second level, boy, Jack's going to have a good chance at a nice long run. There's nothing there. There's no safeties in the middle of the field. Everybody's up within about 5 or 6 yards of the football in this defense. So if he's able to break through, he's going to take one to the house. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 right here, and you can hear the crowd.
Toss Snowball right, got some blocks in front, and a first down to the 30-yard line. Jack Snowball, who had 40 carries for 254 yards in the win over Hudson last week, giving him that season rushing yardage record.
Yep, nice carry there. So it's 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies, doing a great job here. They're on the 30-yard line right now, and
Jack Snowball
keep moving.
2nd all-time in career rushing behind Drew Jones. Saw some of Jones's playoff runs against Whittmer back in 2007 in our opening put together by our director Todd Constantine.
Great clips there by Todd Constantine, putting together the old Grizzlies taking on Whittmer.
1st and 10. Another good run play for positive yardage for the Grizzlies. That game took place in the 1st round back in 2007 at Whittmer, a game that was close.
Yeah,
for most
Grizzlies
of the
played
game.
very well. They played a great game that night. I remember they were very physical, and for most of that game really did a great job of playing with Whittmer and challenging them and making them play hard.
Panthers defeated Wadsworth 51-37 in that game in 2007. Alec with time to Boffman, a little too high, but maybe Alec rushed that one a little bit. He had some time to maybe roll out and look to a couple other options.
Yeah, he did a little bit, but he's got to be careful too about holding the ball too long. So Grizzlies unable to connect right there. So it's 3rd down and 6. John probably thinking 2-down territory here. Maybe too long for a field goal attempt. So Grizzlies might have two cracks at it. Gordon and Winkler are going to split out to the right.
Yeah, I don't know how much field goals are going to help you in this one. You got to get touchdowns to stay with this team. 3rd and 6 from the 27. There's Snowball looking for some room, fighting, and he's going to be short by about 3 yards.
Yeah, let's see now where the ball's going to be spotted. It's about the 24-yard line, 23-yard line.
Yep, so they need about 3.
And it's going to be a long 3 for the first down. So Tyler Perry's coming in, and the Grizzlies are going to go for it here, 4th down.
Why not?
You hear the Whittmer fans cheering, Grizzly fans cheering, see if they can come up with a big 4th down here.
It's Snowball, why not? Got the first down across the 20-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. It's gonna be close.
Looked like he got to the 20, let's see.
The spot isn't very favorable. Grizzlies came in 73% on 4th down efficiency this
it sure
season.
Looked like he got to that. He sure looked like he got to that line, but the spot looks just shy of the 20. So, and it looks like the marker's sitting on that line or very close to it. So, Boy, keep your fingers crossed here, Grizzly fans.
Here comes the chains. Kind of hard to see in the mess there. Players all looking down. They're giving it to Whittmer. Grizzlies turn it over on downs. Boy, it sure looked like Jack's momentum clearly took him across the 20-yard line inside the 20.
And always that subjective part of football is the spot of the football, and right there the Grizzlies just short. So the Grizzly defense come back out. Now this is a big series for the defense. 9 minutes 40 seconds left here in the second quarter. Defense has got to bear down right here and come up with a stop, get the ball back into the hands of the offense.
It's Webb, got into the open field. Here comes that speed. He's heading to the end zone, folks. Pappas trying to close down on him, will not. And there's the big plays we talked about. Jody Webb, an 80-yard touchdown run to make it 13-0 Whittmer. Can't do nothing about that speed.
Well, you can't. You know, the Grizzlies are just going to have to, be physical and take their gaps and do their best to give them as little room as possible inside right there. But you can see here, folks, I mean, it doesn't take much. Once he hits that seam and is able to get into full stride, that's about it.
No one's catching him.
No.
9:26 remains. And Michael Baldwin gets the snap, but it's bad. And big miss there by Whittmer. Panthers stays 13-0.
All right. Well, see if the Grizzlies can come up with something now. They gotta answer with some points. 9 minutes 26 seconds left, and see if they can come up with that big play. The Grizzlies could break one on their own here if they can get to that second level.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, though, with the closing speed the Panthers can have on you on that defense.
Yeah. And again, they're playing everybody close to the line of scrimmage, and they're really coming at you. They're really, they're just about every down. It looks like those linebackers are coming. But, sometimes when you blitz like that, too, you miss a gap, or Coach Dennison said that he, it's one of the things the Grizzly coaches were hoping to exploit. If they do hit a gap, or when you're blitzing, if blitzer run past the running back, you hit right up underneath them, or you hit an open area and you can take one to the house. I'd love to see that happen right here.
They're going to kick it short. Fair catch called for at the 23-yard line by Winkler. And they'll mark it at the 25, where the Grizzlies will start out. Again, we knew coming in, this Whittmer defense, through 12 games, opponents have gained an average of less than 3.1 yards per play. That's 3 and out every time.
Trick play.
Yep. Going to do a little throwback with Snowball. Then he decided to keep it. And good pursuit to Jack by the Whittmer defender there. It was number 18, Nathan Holly.
Yeah, it looked like they might try maybe that throwback play to the quarterback. No, actually Matt stayed in right there. He's just looking backside, but Jack did well just there to tuck the ball, hang on to it, and live to fight another day.
Nate Holly, a junior linebacker, came into tonight, 109 tackles, 13 of them for loss.
Back in the Wildcat here.
Snowball gives the jet sweep handoff to Kuss. And he just lowers his head at the 20 and gets dropped for a loss of 3.
Chris Wormley right there did a great job. And again, you could see how he's a Division I recruit with all that size.
And nobody can block him.
And and look at it, just the movement. That's what separates those Division I athletes. Look at him, he separates. Look at him chase. That's a kid, 6'7", 270 pounds.
Had offers from Big Ten and Southeast Conference schools. The SEC decided to go to Michigan. Wormley also a starting forward on Whittmer's 20-2 championship basketball team last year, winning the Toledo City League. And
Blitz.
Alec dangerously throws that one in front of some blue jerseys to Simi, incomplete. Wormley was also the Toledo City League's discus and shot put champion and advanced to the state track meet in both of those events.
I believe it, yeah, I believe he made a nice play right there. He kind of read the screen and got in the throwing lane right there. So now the Grizzlies are going to have to punt this thing away with 7 minutes and 43 seconds left here in the first half. Nigel Hayes back deep.
Boy, a roughing the kicker call running into the kicker there, but they're going to say it was tipped. That was Chris Wormley that came in after it. Don't see any laundry on the field. Nice kick, though, down to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, he did get a nice kick, and we'll see in the replay here. Boy, Wormley almost blocked that thing. Maybe he did get a hand on it.
He did. That's why the ref didn't call the running into the kicker. He did tip it.
Yeah, because he certainly ran into Chester Foth. Now Chester's limping here.
Wormley, a 3.4 grade point average, plans to major in physical therapy at Michigan. Number 47 for the Panthers. Here's Webb again. Simi does a nice job along with John Kuss on the stop there, not letting him get around the edge.
Yeah, great perimeter defense. Again, Nick Simi setting the edge, and then the safety filling up right up inside right there and making the tackle. So good job on first down. Whittmer players look over, get the plays from their coach. Tyler Palco gets them set.
2nd and 10. And Webb needs something out of nothing there. He's going to be at the 35.5-yard line, about 3 yards short of the first down.
Yeah. Boy, as you see, he doesn't need much. He's so quick. Once he just gets a little seam and he gets those shoulders going north-south.
They'll call it 3rd and 2 from the 36. And this is number 22, Leroy Alexander, another speedy one, and Boffman chases him down at the 30.
Yeah, that's good hustle there by Bret Boffman, running downfield. And nothing fancy, nothing magical here to this Panther offense. They're just going zone. And, you know, the offensive line, that big offensive line starting to assert themselves a little bit.
Alexander, the second tailback in this Panthers offense, over 600 yards rushing on the season now. 1st and 10 from the Wadsworth 29. Tyler Palka, junior quarterback, son of head coach Joe, takes the high shotgun snap. Tripping on the turf was Webb, and it allowed Tyler Perry to get in there and make a nice tackle. Tyler Perry's fumble recovery last week for the touchdown was his team leading 4th fumble recovery of the season.
Yeah, he sure did a nice job right here too. They go with the backside guard and tackle pulling. Webb stumbled a little bit, but Tyler did a nice job playing off the block and getting in the backfield, tackling him for a loss.
2nd and 11. Here's Webb. Squirts through to the 27. Gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 8.
It's like Nick Miller getting up from the pile along with Bret Boffman. Right there.
Nick Miller, the senior nose tackle. 5 sacks and 5 tackles for loss among his 49 stops. coming into this one.
Yeah, this will be an interesting call here, John. 3rd down and about 8. And Whittmer probably in 2-down territory as well.
Falco to throw.
Screen.
Screens it out. Looking for a hole and finding one, but stopped short of the 1st down.
The flag came in late. I don't know if they're going to call a late hit right there. But like the back judge threw that as the Grizzlies were tackling him, so it's probably not good news for Wadsworth.
It was Alonzo Texas Lucas. Texas, the nickname of Alonzo Lucas, making that play. They tried to get him in the open field, use that athleticism.
5'10", 150-pound senior.
On the Grizzlies, face mask.
So it'll be a 1st down. Actually, they've got it marked. They're gonna check the spot here. It is a 1st down here.
Yeah, there's the face mask.
At the end of the play, so 1st down now. Ball rests on the 19-yard line. Grizzlies badly in need of a stop right here.
Junior quarterback Tyler Palka did miss 3 games this season with a foot injury.
This way I got to
Things
get
going right so far tonight. Hands that one off to Webb, and a nice job by the Grizzlies closing down the end again.
Yeah, looks like Tyler Perry making another nice stop out there on the perimeter. For a short gain. Good job by all the Grizzlies along the offensive or the defensive line. Byron Brown holding his own there, getting down the line of scrimmage.
Tyler Perry had team-leading 12 tackles last week in the win over Hudson. One of them for a loss, 2 sacks, and that defensive score.
Yeah, he had a great game last week.
2nd and 8 from the 18.
C.J. Edwards right there making a nice tackle.
Runner there with that ball, or was that Lucas? That's number 28. Brian McBride?
Or is it 22? 22's coming out.
22, okay, that would be Roy Alexander, their 2nd running back, along with Jody Webb. Webb back in there now. Webb 12 carries, 100 yards on the night with 4:12 to go. There's a screen over the middle. This one to Lucas. Lucas stopped at the 15.
I'm not sure how that wasn't a block in the back right there. It looked like Chester Foth, the corner, had diagnosed that play, and the receiver pushing him in the back as they went to that screen. But it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now we'll see if Whittmer is going to kick a field goal.
Yeah, Whittmer going to take a timeout here and talk about what they want to do. 4th and 6 from the 15. That last play.
Yeah, 3 minutes and 51 seconds left in the half, and depending on what Whittmer does here, Grizzlies should get the ball back.
Palka was nearing 1,000 yards passing on the season coming into tonight, 974 yards passing. And haven't seen him go deep but that once to Nigel Hayes, the 6'7" receiver.
Yeah, the way they're running the football, no need tonight here. They're just going to hammer away here
with their quicks.
Yep, use their quicks.
So it will be a field goal. This is going to be about a 32-yarder. Matt Bodeman Jr. will hold. And the kicker, Michael Baldwin, a sophomore, with a 32-yard attempt, looking to go up 16-0. And he's got a strong leg, angles it to the left. It's up and through. 16-0. The Panthers go on top with 3:46 to play in the 1st half.
All right, plenty of time now. 3:46 left for the Grizzly offense. They got to get something going here. Whether it's a long drive or a trick play or something, they got to get some points on the board here before half.
Eat up this clock and put 7 on the board. You're right in this one at 16-7. But this Whittmer defense was something.
Yeah, they are something. But, you know, again, I think they can catch them here. The way they're playing, they no safety in the middle of the field most of the time. They're blitzing a lot. They're blitzing just about on every down. And if they can just connect on a nice pass over the middle, or if they could bust a run and get onto that second level, Jack can take one to the house here too. So see what they can come up with here. 3 minutes, 46 seconds left. Special teams too. We've seen him make plays on the special teams this year.
Snowball comes up about 5 yards from where he normally stands for this kick return, and with a whistle as Whittmer was running up to kick it off. Jack Snowball averaging 34 yards per kickoff return this season. He had that 94-yard one for a touchdown.
Yeah.
And now they're going to have Mark Myers, the safety, hold the ball for the kicker, Michael Baldwin.
It's pretty windy tonight here.
Snowball lets it bounce, and it gets by him. Inside the 10, he looks, picks it up, and he's just stuffed. That field goal drive for Whittmer, 10 plays, 48 yards, took 3:43 off the clock. And boy, Grizzlies deep now in their own territory.
Yeah,
plenty of time.
Yeah, Jack kind of got caught between a rock and a hard place there. The kick was just short enough that he didn't feel he could catch it on the fly, so he had to wait for the bounce, and it held up there in the wind. Grizzlies starting in this one on their 10.
Whittmer stacking that box again. Give the Snowball, and tripped up ankle tackle at the line of scrimmage. And that was Nate Holly.
Good job by Nathan Holly there, 6 foot, 175-pound junior outside linebacker.
They'll give Snowball 1 on that, 2nd and 9. Snowball in the Wildcat formation again. Stretches one out to Boffman, who rumbles inside or across the 15 to the 16. So it'll be about 3rd and 4.
Yeah, this will be a big down now for the Grizzlies. Don't want to give them the ball back with 2 minutes to go here. See if they go to the air again. Winkler split out to the left with Gordon.
Gordon in the
to
slot.
The right.
Now Gordon moves. Whittmer coming after it. Toss, Snowball right, has nowhere to go. And Grizzlies will be punting from right about the goal line.
Boy, they're just they're blitzing from the outside, from the inside. They're just coming here. A lot of guys around the line of scrimmage, and they're just sending everybody. So successful strategy right there. It's going to bring up a 4th down for the Grizzlies.
And this is
see who goes deep here, but whoever it's going to be,
called the timeout.
Yeah, they're thinking try to get one more score here before halftime.
Maybe even come after it.
Yeah, they almost got the last one. They did get a hand on the last one. So you're right, they could come after it, or they could just try to set up the return. I think it was Leroy Alexander was deep last time, but whoever they put deep, you know it's going to be somebody that can return one.
And we are at the Elite 8 level here in all 6 divisions. 3 of the divisions down to their final 4 now after last night, but mentioned the other region finals tonight. We mentioned Menor Ignatius. The winner of that one will play the winner of this one next week. And then over in Region 3, At Ohio Wesleyan University is Hilliard Davidson against Pickerington Central. That's a good one. And Region 4, the Cincinnati area, has Moeller against St. Xavier at University of Cincinnati Stadium.
Yeah, all the teams left now, they're all very good teams.
Nice snap, nice job by Foth to get that one down, and he booms one over the head of Alonzo Lucas, and he has to go back for it. And he runs backwards, still looking for some open field. He's found it, but good job there across the 30-yard line by C.J. Edwards to stop Alonzo Lucas.
Boy, great punt there by Chester Foth. He did a nice job just fielding the snap and then getting that thing off, but great punt, got it over the head of the return men, and Grizzly coverage was good, so that's a bright spot, kind of bails him out a little bit. But now, you know, we said we haven't seen him throw much. You might see it now. Nigel Hayes is split out here to the right.
Can't give up that big play.
3 receivers to the left. They're going to go draw.
Little draw handoff to Webb.
Good job by Anthony Pappas coming up and forcing him out of bounds.
Like Hayes pushed him from behind there trying to.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple of times tonight. But that stops the clock now with 1:49 left here in the half. Boy, I wouldn't be surprised to see him take some shots down the field here.
Yeah, no surprise from what we've seen from Whittmer. They are what we heard they were, fast and physical, and that's what they're using so far to get this 16-0 advantage. Palk all kinds of time, and that one a little low and out of the reach of the intended receiver, number 4, Matt Bodman.
Yep, nice coverage downfield by the Grizzlies secondary right there. Tyler Palko unable to find an open receiver. Brett Boffman on the blitz eventually got some pressure on him and forced a bad throw. And so clock stops, 3rd and 9.
Nick Tavanello giving a little pressure there. He does have 3 sacks on the season, so.
Boy, this would be a good place for 1-2, 3rd and 9 if they could sack him and get the ball back.
3 receivers to the left. And Palko looking to screen one to Webb. He does. Grizzlies all over it at the 30-yard line. Webb is stopped. Jody Webb, a first-team All-District player for the Panthers.
Byron Brown and Tyler Perry and Ryan Wise all over there. Again, we said screens are all timing, and that time the timing just wasn't there. A little too quick. The Grizzlies sniffed it out, got over there.
As far as got another timeout, do we?
Yeah, now they will.
That was Wadsworth called that one.
because they're going to want to stop the clock and get the ball back. And again, you know, we've seen Grizzlies find ways to get on, you know, quick scores, and boy, they could use one right now here. Get some momentum going into halftime.
So
let's get some points on the board here.
As you see, both teams with 1 timeout remaining. Back to the all-district teams. Jack Snowball named Division I Offensive Player of the Year for the all Northeast Inland District teams. And that makes Jack eligible for Ohio's Mr. Football.
Oh, that's neat.
And Snowball wasn't the only Grizzly selected to the first team. 2-way lineman Nick Tavanello, also a first-teamer. Wadsworth's Bret Boffman and Chester Foth were named second-team All-District. An honorable mention went to Tyler Perry, C.J. Edwards, Nick Seamy, Derek Mackey, and Brandon Paladar.
Boy, it's nice to see all those guys earn that recognition.
Here's the punt. Boy, Byron Brown almost got a hand on that. But a nice one rolls down to the 36-yard line where the Grizzlies will have 1:18 to play with. 1:17 we'll call it. Now Whittmer, first team offense, end Alonzo Lucas, lineman Storm Norton, and running back Jody Webb. First team defense, Chris Wormley, Marquise Moore, and Mark Myers. The Northwest Ohio All-District Offensive Player of the Year, Jody Webb Whittmer. Defensive Player of the Year, Chris Wormley Whittmer. Lineman of the Year, Storm Norton Whittmer. And they had a whole host of other players make second team and honorable mention. So this field tonight dotted. Interception thrown by Alec. It's intercepted by Mark Myers going towards the end zone. He's still on his feet, goes into the end zone after a couple of missed tackles. Mark Myers puts a dagger in the heart of the Grizzlies, making it 22-0.
Again, Michigan State recruit, great job. He's
back
in
offered.
zone that time, reading the quarterback's eyes, and made a nice break on the ball. And boy, he's listed as 6'1", 180. He looks a little bigger than that. Certainly very fast and athletic. Nice play.
That is Meyer's third interception of the season from his safety spot. And the extra point goes through for kicker Michael Baldwin, and all of a sudden Whittmer up 23-0 with 1:03 to play here in the first half.
Yeah, that's what they do. They're big play defense, just like they're a big play offense, and came up with a big turnover right there and took that one to the house. Grizzlies just having a hard time getting anything going here, but see, they come up with a big kick return here and get themselves in possession. The position is still have a minute left on the clock here.
That was the 9th interception for a Wadsworth opponent this season, and just the first time one was returned for a touchdown.
Yeah, credit Mark Myers. He made a great run after he picked that one off, broke some tackles, and got it into the end zone. So see if the Grizzlies can do something here. Still a minute 3 left in the half. Kick the last one to Snowball. Maybe they'll do it again.
Jack didn't come up and catch that last one.
Well, they're
it bounced in front
there.
of him. Jack takes this one at the 16, surveys the field, and cuts across the 30-yard line to the 30 and a half. About it. Ball will be placed at about the 30 with under a minute to play. Probably got to be a little conservative here with the ball.
Yeah, down 23-0, and you know, coach he's been aggressive all. He gets into that playoffs. But we've seen him take some great chances.
Hey, are you recruiting for Whittmer next week?
Throughout the playoffs, so we'll see.
You need a long snapper.
Continue to try to get that ball down the field.
Draw to Snowball. He's ripped around, stays on his feet. There he comes out of the pile and is stopped short at the midfield by number 7, Nick Holly. But
yeah, Grizzlies will have to hurry up on the football now. And there's
Grizzlies
once the chains get moved, the clock's going to start.
Do have that one timeout left. Clock rolls, ball for Wadsworth at their own 47, 1st and 10, and they aren't in any hurry. Vintage Jack Snowball on that last play.
Yeah, broke a couple tackles, got down that sideline, great run.
Jack comes out of the backfield, takes that swing pass. I think it got batted down a little bit.
Yeah, Whittmer had that one well covered, so.
Nick LaPointe, senior defensive lineman, 5'11", 205, was almost there to pick that one and take it to the house.
Yeah. So Grizzlies got away with one there. 2nd down and 10, 28 seconds left.
With the timeout remaining. Snowball got it just into Whittmer territory, and the Grizzlies will use their final timeout.
See what they're going to do with 20 seconds left. Maybe try to get the ball downfield, but maybe just a draw or something else as well.
You really got to throw a BB against the speed of this Whittmer defensive backfield, because they'll close on that ball in a hurry.
And they'll be sitting back in a deep zone this time.
Whittmer has reached the state Final Four 4 different times in their history, but have never won a state championship. They reached the Final Four last season, then back in 1988, 1987, and 1979. So they're looking to make the Final Four for consecutive years for the second time. Wadsworth attempting to win their first regional championship, and it's going to be an uphill battle. Hit as he throws. Matt Alec incomplete. He stayed in the pocket nicely there, showing the patience, but no one open.
I watched Derek Mackey right there, one-on-one with Chris Wormley. Did a nice job staying in front of him, and but good pressure there up the middle for the Panthers. So Chester Foss going to be kicking this one away with 15 seconds left.
Well, weight-wise, Mackey and Wormley about the same, and Mackey a few inches shorter than Wormley. Foth boots this one away. Coffin corner, it bounces out of bounds at about the 4-yard line.
Yep, nice punt there. Another nice punt by Chester Foth, getting the Coffin corner right there. So 7 seconds left. We'll see if the Panthers are content to go into halftime with a 23-0 lead.
So here come the Panthers out with 7 seconds to play. See what they do with. Looks like they might just take a knee this deep in their own territory. And they will. Quarterback Tyler Palka ends the half with the kneel down. And Whittmer a big lead here in the first half. Couple of big plays have put the Grizzlies in a deep hole, down 23-0 after the first half from here at Strobel Field at Cedar. Back for the second half. Whittmer on some big plays, taking a 23-0 lead at the half. Whittmer had 7 first downs in that first half. They had 203 total yards of offense, and they are a little above their average of over 380 a game. They had 179 of those yards rushing, and passing they were 4 of 7 for just 23 yards. Jody Webb, 14 carries, 110 yards, 80 of that on one play. And Mark Myers had that 54-yard interception return for a touchdown. For Wadsworth, 6 first downs, 1 turnover. And they did fumble it and have that interception as the turnover. 3 penalties for 15 yards, just 106 total yards of offense. That tells you about this Whittmer defense, as the Grizzlies averaging well over 300 yards of offense a game, as the kickoff goes into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Wadsworth 63 rushing yards, 3 of 8 passing was Alec for 43 yards, and the interception. Jack Snowball held to just 50 yards on 16 carries. So he's getting his carries, but he's not anywhere near getting that 209 that he averages per game this season.
Yeah, so.
But we know he's a second half player.
That's
so
right. Let's see if the Grizzlies got the ball here first in the second half, and see if they can get something going and get themselves back into this. But it's going to take a lot of work.
They'll toss it to Snowball to the right. Got nothing.
No, and again, there's 10 blue jerseys around the ball. They're kind of manning up with the corner on the outside. But man, everybody else was right there in the picture when Jack Snowball headed that way. So
think how good this defense is, and they even lost an all-district senior in Jamar Ridley for the season, who had more than 100 tackles last season. He was diagnosed with an enlarged heart and was told he could no longer play football. So that's another stalwart defender that's not even out there tonight for the Panthers. 2nd and 10. Play action fake to Snowball, and a sliding catch made at the 31-yard line. Who else? Nick Seamy.
Boy, he's done a great job all year coming up with big catches, and that time he made a nice catch on the sideline, getting his feet down in bounds and picking up that Grizzly first down. And that's what they're going to have to do, the bootlegs and the play actions, as well as getting that running game going here.
Well, you get them expecting that play action, then run the ball, and you get big chunks of yards. 7th first down of the night for Wadsworth. Snowball had to kind of stop there, but this Whittmer defense just not making a lot of mistakes.
No, they don't, and they get so many guys to the ball. That's what's tough. I mean, Jack's still making guys miss, and he's breaking tackles, but when he does, there's 2 or 3 other guys right there to get their shoulder pads on him. So just good defense here.
Another 2nd and 10 for the Grizzlies on this drive. Snowball got it to the right side, just hit before he can get that burst of speed going beyond the line.
At that time it looked like Jack Lynch, number 44, the middle linebacker that was there. So it's going to bring up that 3rd down and 8 here, that the Grizzlies like to avoid those 3rd and longs, but we've seen them convert here, and they've converted a couple tonight. See if they can do it again right here. Simi's going to go to the left here. Winkler and Gordon to the right.
Snowball comes out of the backfield. Whittmer gets penetration and a big sack of Matt Alec. Flat on his back there was Wormley and a couple other Whittmer defenders in there. That's what they do.
Yeah, boy, that was Wormley just overpowering the Grizzly offensive line, and you just see his speed and quickness and strength. It's just a little, that protection's a 1-step drop, and all you try to do is form a wall in front of the quarterback, but that time Chris Wormley came crashing through that wall.
Punt bounces at the 50, takes a Wadsworth bounce inside the 30, and Nate Winkler stops it at the 27.
Another nice punt there by Chester. Didn't look like much, but kept it low, and it rolled and kept it away from the return guys. So another good punt there. Nice play by the Grizzly special teams.
Positive for the Grizzlies was that 106 total yards they got in the first half. Whittmer only giving up 161 a game, but the 0 on the scoreboard is what matters, as Whittmer doesn't allow much more than a touchdown per game. Here goes Webb. Pushed out of bounds in front of the Grizzly bench, just short of midfield by John Kuss, but
so quick. They're just running the inside zone there, and he just broke it back. Saw the opening and make a quick cut to his right, and off he went.
That's so weird.
Well, the other thing, John, they haven't turned the ball over either. They protect the football. They're solid that way.
And Whittmer may have jumped on that play. Yes, they did.
Penalties. I mean, they haven't had
That's
many.
their first one.
First penalty, so they're well disciplined.
You can see why they are a potential state championship team.
Yeah, this is a very, very good football team.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Hanging in there. How you in the corner?
Yeah.
This time they're going to go with the spread.
Wow, that's the quarterback, Palka. First down, or very close to it on the option run by Palka.
Yeah. And they come at you with so many weapons that you forget that Tyler Palka can also run the football. Everybody's looking there at Jody Webb.
Whittmer is 1-1 in this level of the playoffs, region finals under Coach Palka. Whitmer's reached their 3rd Region 2 final now in 6 seasons. They won it last year, won the region final, losing it in 06.
They got just a few inches to go here for a first down. The referees measure.
speed all over the field for these Panthers. They have that speed, that size, dominating linebackers, just swarming to the ball quickly and aggressively. And just a methodical offense, really, with using their athletes to make things happen.
Yeah, methodical at times, and certainly the discipline to be that way, but also, boy, they can just score at any given time from any place on the field with their speed and athleticism. They haven't had to pass much tonight, but you got the sense that if they need to, they can do it.
The play clock wasn't running there. They did start it after the spot. This is a give to Alexander.
Nice tackle that time. Looks like C.J. Edwards and Ryan Wise getting up from the bottom of the pile.
Another first down for the Panthers. At the Wadsworth 39. Bret Boffman comes flying through as Jody Webb was kind of stepping around the backfield there looking for a place to go, and Boffman came flying in and knocked him down.
Oh, it's a great play. You teach those linebackers attack downhill, and he's done that so well all year. You know, he makes his decision, he goes with it, he goes hard, and he makes a nice tackle there. Great job by Bret Boffman.
Open over the middle and catching at the 30 or 25-yard line was number 81, Nick Longenbarger, a senior tight end, 6'3", 220, another big one.
Yeah, and again, he's been quiet all night, but there's your tight end, 6'3", 220 pounds, and he showed good mobility as he gets downfield. He shows good athleticism as he goes up and catches that ball. And another Whittmer first down.
At the 23, reverse flip to Alonzo Lucas, and he's using that athleticism inside the 10, so a great trick play there on the reverse. Give credit to this Whittmer offensive line, Roger, that was inexperienced coming into this season. They were all new with the exception of Storm Norton, the Toledo recruit, who is huge to say the least, but big number 74, 6'8", 300, the only returning lineman this season for the offense of the Panthers. Now they're going to have one receiver to the right and three to the left. And Palka going to keep it inside the 5, and a nice tackle made by like Nick Tavanello at the 4.
Looked like Nick bringing him down there. The Grizzly defensive lineman doing a nice job. Yep, good job getting his head in front.
Textbook tackle there.
Wrapping him up.
2nd and goal from the 5. Stack that line, 2 tight ends. And Palka, all kinds of room, throws it to a wide open receiver and the tight end Nick Longenbarger, who had made 2 catches on this series. Everything went to the right on that play. And Palka had 2 options there, run it in himself or throw it to the open tight end, and he threw it to make it 29-0.
Yeah, and they haven't had to do it much tonight, but like I said, I think you can get the sense they can throw the ball well too when they need to, and there was a good example right there of Palco running the bootleg there and then just finding an open Nick Longenbarger, the big target for the touchdown.
And the extra point up and good by Michael Baldwin. It's 30-0, 5:45 to go. That quarterback is Tyler Palka, P-A-L-K-A. I remember playing Cloverleaf this season. Their quarterback is Palco, ending in an O.
coach's son.
Yeah.
Lives in Michigan, as does the coach. But due to their open enrollment rules, they can have him here with Dad. So the Grizzlies will send Jack Snowball deep.
So just over the border there, they must live. And with, I believe, reading that eligibility article about Whittmer, it said to be eligible to participate, a student must live within the boundaries of the schools unless his or her parent is a full-time faculty member at the district, which Coach Pelka could be.
Yeah.
Another kick into the end zone, comes out to the 20 for the Grizzlies.
You mentioned that state up north, John. Big showdown coming up Saturday, my favorite game of the year.
Yep.
Our beloved Buckeyes.
After they lost today.
Admittedly struggled this season. Now it's all down to a one-game season. Beat the team up north and I'll still feel good.
That scoring drive for Whittmer, 8 plays, 73 yards, took 3:21 off the clock. So reverse from Snowball to Gordon, flip it back to Alec, nothing. One of the very few times we don't see that play work for the Grizzlies, and it's against a great defense in these Whittmer Panthers.
Yeah,
Loss
boy,
of 10.
Yeah, you can credit the defensive play there. Number 17, Mark Myers, safety there, did a great job. Whenever I see that play developing, I immediately look into the secondary, and Mr. Myers was right at home where he should be. He was running with Nate Winkler step for step. So that play was not open, and good job by the defense to pressure Matt Alec when he got the ball back.
Boffman on the trap.
Like defensive end Chris Wormley's walking around a little gingerly after that last play. Shaking his right foot a little bit. Hopefully nothing serious.
Third and 17 with the ball on the 13. Draw handoff to Snowball. Carries a couple defenders with him to the 17, which will give the Grizzlies a few more yards to punt this one away.
Number 6, Alonzo Lucas goes back to return the punt. So see if Chester Foth can get a good one to try to keep it away from them.
Low wobbler, gets to midfield and beyond. And the 44-yard line is where the Panthers will have it.
Yep, good punt there by Chester again. Gets a nice roll and he keeps it away from the return man. Three minutes, 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Boy, Grizzlies would love to be able to get a turnover here. Get that ball back with some decent field position.
Good job there by the Grizzlies. Nick Seamy chasing down the ball carrier.
Yep. Again, it's nice. Grizzlies still playing hard and putting forth great effort here.
I'm gonna go get his walk.
3:07 and counting to play here in the third quarter. Second 10 from the 44. Shotgun snap goes to Pelka. Acts like he's going to run with it, then swings it out to Webb. And a great tackle, Tyler Perry, with a little help from Byron Brown slowing down Jody Webb.
Yeah, again, Tyler Perry making another nice play out there in space. Little slip screen. Byron Brown did a nice job as you look at the replay right there, diagnosing that play, and Tyler grabs some ankles and gets him down. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and long. See where they got number 2, Nigel Hayes, split out here to the left, match up with Anthony Pappas again.
Alka throws, long, caught, high up in the air, and heading to the corner of the end zone. Alonzo Lucas makes it 36-0. Man, what a play.
Great catch, great throw. Nice job by Palka getting him the ball, and man, that kid, lightning in a bottle right there. There's so many weapons on this team.
So 2:12 remaining. The extra point goes up and in. 37-0. Whittmer leads it. And it's already looking, Roger, like they're going to advance to that state Final Four game next week against either Menor or Ignatius.
Yeah, this is a very good team, and you know, as they look at you know, taking on the winner of that Ignatius Menor game, it'll be interesting to see
People
how
watching probably knows who that is.
Who that's going to be. It'll be interesting to see how they match up. Boy, this team is awful good. They've got a lot of weapons, very fast, physical, disciplined. I mean, this is a good football team. So.
Got an update from that game, 13-3, Ignatius leads Menor, so.
And that will be, I'll tell you, I'd love to see how Ignatius matches up with them. If they can, you know, if offensively, if Ignatius can handle those big guys up front and protect their quarterback and you know, of course, maybe you know, test their secondary a little bit.
Well, it sounds like Ignatius defense doing a job on that potent Menor offense.
Oh, and that Menor offense is good. And
Snowball watches that one bounce in the end zone. That's 3 consecutive kicks into the end zone by
he's a good kicker.
Strong leg from sophomore Michael Baldwin.
Yeah, these guys are solid in the special teams as well. So just good overall team right here. But yeah, that'll be a good game, I believe, with them and Ignatius.
Grizzlies gonna try it again here on a delay to Snowball. Just all kinds of swarming blue jerseys in the backfield.
Yeah, this can't control the line of scrimmage against this tough Panther defense. It's been one of those games for the Grizzlies. They just can't get anything going on offense. But again, you got to tip your hat to these guys in the blue and gold.
Yeah, there goes Snowball. Nice tackle at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Jack took a hard shot right there in the leg. He's getting up a little gimpy right there. Hopefully he's okay.
But the Grizzlies have been in Whittmer territory, what, twice? And they really...
Yeah, you mentioned last week it was the same story against McKinley.
They only got beyond the Whittmer 35 once, and that was late in the game when it was already decided. Take that back. I'm told Wadsworth's only been in Whittmer territory once. That's when they were threatening and didn't get that first down call on the 4th down.
Let's see if they could get out on see if they could get one, get something here positive going. And
2nd and 7 from the 33. Hit hard was Jack Snowball in front of the Grizzly bench, but
well, that was number 75,
yeah.
Jonathan Mays, 5'9", 255, and he's been in there quite a bit as well. And when they move him in, it looks like they move Marquise Moore to an end, and then you got Wormley and Moore at the ends, and he's another big body in the middle that can move.
Yeah, and the penetration they've been getting all night is the story of this defense, really. They just don't let you do anything. And that'll end the third quarter. Whittmer up big, 37-0. We got 12 minutes to go in this one.
Now, while we have a minute there, I'd like to again mention the great halftime show that put on by the Wadsworth Band. They brought out the hamsters again. Saw those hamsters as we saw in that extravaganza in the last home game. And we had the robot shuffle going on. And great performance all year long by the Wadsworth Band. And hats off to Steve Hadges and Dana Heyer and all the band participants and parents and everybody that helps out with that. Great job this year, and really enjoyed watching them.
And the Whittmer Panthers have brought the Black Panther and the Pink Panther mascots tonight.
Brought them both. It's playoff time. You got to bring both Panthers when it's the playoffs. And again, thank you to the folks here at Strobel Field. And great hospitality tonight here for a fun playoff game here at Cedar Point Stadium.
Squeezing us all in up here. Looks like 2 radio stations, 2 TV stations taking in this Region 2 final. Snowball to the 39, a gain of 3. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, looks like they're only about a yard short. Looks like the Grizzlies are going to go for it here. Nothing to lose, certainly.
And just 24 carries, 70 yards for Jack Snowball tonight. His season low was 130 in the loss to Talmadge. Here's Boffman, made a nice move for a 1st down, just cutting it a little to the left.
Yeah.
That is the Grizzlies' 9th 1st down of the night. Whittmer with 14 of them. Whittmer 334 total yards on the night. Wadsworth around 130. Matt Alec 4 of 9, 55 yards. Tyler Pelka 8 of 11 for 103 and 2 touchdown passes. Here's Snowball. Again, lowering the shoulder and head. Leading rusher for Whittmer, Webb, 17 carries, 129 yards.
Yeah, it's just been one of those nights for the Grizzlies. They've certainly played hard and given their best effort, but man, this is a super loaded team here and just very talented. And you get to the last 8 teams in Division I football.
You're going to end up facing
like
the second-ranked team in the state, Division I, in these Panthers. So they are regarded in many circles as the best team in Ohio, are the Panthers. So we'll see how far they advance. 2 more wins, they're state champions.
Yeah. We've said many times, there's nothing to hang your head about when you play, give your best effort, prepare as hard as you can, and just run up against a more talented team. And this is certainly a very, very good football team.
As were the Grizzlies all season long. They're going to end up tying that best overall record for a season of 11-2.
Yeah, certainly one of the best teams in Wadsworth history here. Just a great season.
Snowball lines up in the slot on the left. That'll back up a couple defenders now on the fake. To Snowball. Alec going long. And all kinds of Panthers down there covering Simi well.
There's good coverage there. So Alonzo Lucas will drop deep to receive the punt here from Chester Foth.
Whittmer's sticking to that 161 yards allowed per game this season. Wadsworth just around 130. Foth boots one. Another nice punt inside the 20. Yep.
Man, that's great. Great punt. Oh, we get a second, John. I'd like to thank Doug Gilbert, the cameraman for the Grizzlies, that does all the filming for the football coaches. Doug, ironically, is a graduate of Whittmer High School here in Toledo, back at his alma mater. So thank him for a great job doing all his hard work. And boy, I'll tell you, I want to mention somebody that does a lot of hard work for Grizzly football, Athletic Director Rich Berlin. Outstanding job this year supporting Grizzly football.
Bring up a second down and ball on the 9 for the Panthers. To Lucas there, does Palka.
Nice tackle by C.J. Edwards. Boy, he's quick.
Former Buckeye and NFL lineman Lando Pace played for the Sandusky Blue Streaks.
He was a Blue Streak.
So he played in this stadium. This field was the turf field's only a year old. They put it in last year, but
boy, there was a Buckeye right there.
Yes.
Maybe
played
one of
here.
The greatest linemen.
Oh boy, there goes Webb. Pace played here between 91 and 93.
Boy, he was just a mountain of a man. Huge.
And good.
And good. And mobile. And tough. Wish they had a few of him right now.
Yeah.
Heading into the showdown with the team up north. I'm a little worried this year.
Yeah, of any year to be worried, this is it. It's all right, Urban Meyer to the rescue next season.
Let's keep our fingers crossed.
There's a fake handoff. Palka gonna keep it himself. You know, he runs pretty well too when he can tuck it in and go. He usually gets some positive yardage.
That time he ran into a wall of Grizzlies there, Byron Brown and Bret Boffman. Ryan Wise. Yes, so many good players here for the Grizzlies. They've done such a nice job all year.
Webb now over 150 yards on the night for Whittmer out of the backfield. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Palka looking over at the coaching staff for the play call. 3 seconds left. And a timeout going to be called by the Panthers. They couldn't
talk
get things
together
together.
On a 2nd and 5. Make sure they're on the same page.
Got 7:06 left in the 2011 season for the Grizzlies.
Some other people to remember here, the Moms Club this year. President Kristen Wise doing such a good job supporting the Grizzlies. Certainly players and coaches appreciative of all the good help and support given throughout the year.
You can watch WCTV programming on demand online at my.pegcentral.com. And join us in about 3 weeks. We'll start up Grizzly basketball for you here on Channel 16.
It'll be an exciting year for the Grizzlies on the hardwood.
Both boys and girls teams expected to do well this season. Problem for the boys team is Coach Schmelzer has about 10 kids still playing football here tonight. He can't run a full practice.
He does, yeah. But he'll get those guys into shape quickly and get them transitioned from football into basketball. They have a great season. And we also have our wrestling team.
Yep.
Getting geared up and ready to go for another great season of Grizzly wrestling.
First down for Whittmer. At the Wadsworth 44. Continue to let the clock go down a little bit. Then Palka steps back to the midfield stripe. Hands to Jody Webb. And the Grizzlies all over that one. Seeley and Miller.
Yeah, when you think of all the fall sport athletes and the winter sport athletes and all the extracurricular activities like band and things that go on, just a great experience for these young people. And we're just certainly thankful on behalf of the staff and students of the Wadsworth City Schools for the passing of the operating levy.
Palka has an open receiver. It's caught by Lucas. Alonzo Lucas having a good game tonight for the Panthers, keeping it going.
You just think how important all that is to our community and the experiences that it creates for these young men. Things didn't go well for the Grizzlies tonight, but I don't think there's one kid out there wearing the Wadsworth uniform that's ever going to forget this season and how special it was and how much fun they had together.
So the Grizzlies going to end up here 0-2 against Whittmer all time, and Webb still looking for an opening. Nice ankle tackle there by Tyler Perry.
Tyler's had 2 or 3 tackles for losses tonight. Another great performance.
Grizzlies will now be 0-3 in these big region championships, but 3 of those seasons they had some really good players, good team football to watch. And you can't hang your heads after this one. I mean, coming in, you knew what this Whittmer team was about. You would have had to play like world beaters, and every kid would have had to play the game of his life to have a chance. And you can only.
And they're still out there playing hard. Byron Brown makes a nice tackle as the flag comes down. But you said it. I mean, this is a great team. These guys played so well this year. Great chemistry and they work ethic and effort. And boy, they were just so determined after the bad season last year, as you see the penalty indicated against Whittmer. But they were just so determined after that last year to come back and make things right. And they certainly did that.
Many teams can say, yeah, we were 3-7 last year, 11-2 this year.
Yeah, and making it all the way to the final 8 teams in Division I. Great accomplishment. These guys can really be proud of it. And they've just been a joy to watch. Just a lot of fun.
There was a hold on the Panthers that last play.
And all the Grizzly coaches, Coach Dennison, Coach Karavik, Flaherty, Yagi, Lynn, Pappas, Smith, freshman coaches Creswati, Beery, Matheny, O'Brien, middle school coaches Ferguson, Metzger, Shipley, Blind, Bucks. It's a great job with the young men this year.
Wadsworth got through there, and a gang tackle by the white jerseys. Brings the ball to the 41.
I think you got to be a little careful here if you're Whittmer. 37-0, 4 minutes left. I don't know if I want my quarterback tucking the ball and running it.
Especially when you got a big one next week for a chance to play in the state championship game should you win next week. Byron Brown hurt, gonna come off the field. He's limping a little, and that'll bring Nick Miller into the game.
Nick Curvin's in at nose guard there for the Grizzlies now.
Palka to throw. It's caught up in the air at the 30. Make it to 29. Nice catch there by Matt Bodeman.
Now it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, 4th and 7 from the Wadsworth 29. It'd be a 39-yard field goal from here, so.
Probably too long for a field goal, so they're going to go for it here.
Yep, gonna throw it. Palka had pressure from Simi, and off the fingertips of the intended receiver, Alonzo Lucas. Grizzlies will take over at their own 29 with 2:53 to play.
Well, 2:53 left here. See if the Grizzlies can get on that board here before the end of the game.
Yeah, Whittmer put up their points, 37, but boy, it's their defense that's going to win them a championship should they get it. There's Snowball. Whittmer really done a great job holding Jack in check tonight. No real long runs given up.
No, Nick Colley right there, number 7, the 5'10", 165-pound corner, did a nice job bringing him down when it looked like Jack might be off to the races. Boy, we mentioned what a great season it's been. How fun has it been watching Jack Snowball come back from big injuries last year and missing most of the season, and just
9 screws in that shoulder.
Oh, just what a great running back. And how fun it's been to watch him.
Yeah, he goes down in that history of long line of great running backs in Wadsworth. He'll end up being the 2nd most career rushing yards.
Yeah, and always, as I say, that is a credit to that offensive line too. This offensive line has earned its place in history as certainly one of the greatest in Wadsworth history.
Snowball.
Tavanello and Hamblin and Mackey, Roberts, boy, Nick Simi, Paladar. I mean, they just done a great job. Tyler Perry blocking at tight end. Boy, fullback Bret Boffman, one of the best blocking fullbacks we've ever had.
One of the best linebackers we've ever had.
He's been so solid on both sides of the ball. Great players.
A lot of Grizzly seniors playing their last varsity football game in the red and white. Alec gonna go long down the field, intercepted by Nick Colley, and that'll seal the deal with 1:20 left. Whittmer will take over. Yeah, going down the roster, the seniors: Nick Curvin, Brad Virgin, Anthony Pappas, Jack Snowball, Cody Fox, Mitch Gordon, Nate Winkler, John Kuss, Ryan Wise, C.J. Edwards, Chester Foth, Bret Boffman, Nick Miller, Byron Brown, John Roberts, Colin Abel, Brandon Paladar, Nick Tavanello, Hayden Frisbee, Justin Maurer, John Hamblin, Matt Vickers, Drew Starr, and Tyler Perry.
Yeah, good luck to all those seniors. And thanks for the great season here.
Coach Palka going to get his 58th win, and now he will be 58-16 as the head coach of Whittmer.
Looks like Jack Snowball's going to finish his night with 30 carries and 90 yards. Nice hit there by C.J. Edwards. The ball was loose.
Point in saying they've got it, and they do with 32 seconds left. So
yeah, nice hit there by
First miscue of the night by Whittmer, really.
Yeah, and the backup quarterback carrying the ball, but Grizzlies will take it.
And thanks to our whole crew tonight, our illustrious director, Todd Constantine, our camera operators, Colin Wright, Phil Dell, Dave Sansonetti, and our statisticians all season, coaches Grabuglia and Thompson.
Outstanding job.
John Kuss,
is going to
quarterback.
take the snap here.
That's a nice gesture there, giving him in his senior season the possible last series snaps here. Wadsworth calls a timeout, their first of the second half. We'll try to maybe get that goose egg off the board at least.
Yeah, they'd love to score there.
And to all the crew members that have helped us bring you the sounds and pictures here on WCTV all season. You all know who you are. I'm getting a little old to remember all those names in one instance here. Having to pull it off the top of my head would be in disrespect to the ones I'd forget. So
yeah. Certainly a lot of people help out with these broadcasts and put a lot of work into them. Could be the last snap here.
First and 10 from the Whittmer 41. Really only about the second time Wadsworth's been in Whittmer territory, and there's the exclamation point on how Whittmer wins football games. They just swarm into the backfield and wrap up that ball carrier. 10 seconds to play in the 2011 season. For the Wadsworth Grizzlies, the Whittmer Panthers are advancing to the state semifinals next week as they win it by a final of 37-0. The Panthers remain undefeated. They're now 13-0.